everything is new to you when you have a child with special needs. You have no concept of all of the kinds of therapy they're going to need, and the early interventionist is able to explain that to you. And they're also able to help you coordinate some services. So, I mean, you can't even imagine the number of doctor's appointments you have with a child with special needs. I'm sure Lucy and I were at the IWK between 20 and 30 times in the first 12 months of her life.
My name's Sarah McDonough, and we got involved through early intervention, through perinatal follow-up at the IWK, because my son Luke was born at 27 weeks and he had some issues, and they thought that early intervention would be good for him. Dramatic difference when he first started to now. He started in December 2011, and the changes in his behavior and his speech and the way he acts. It's been really helpful.
Well, first and foremost, it is creating meaningful relationships with families. And what I mean by meaningful is that we have an opportunity to create partnership with families and understand what their goals are as a family and help them achieve those goals. We have many opportunities in their home, so we do home visits in their natural environments where children and families thrive best. So in order to do that, we learn from families what is their routine, what are their expectations, what are their goals, and we help them meet those within their routine. Oftentimes we meet families who also have a bigger team around them due to their child's needs. If they don't already exist, the teams, then we help refer them to different services that will help them achieve their goals. So we work with families in accompanying them to their appointments and making those goals and strategies, again, within their daily routine, so that it's not something extra, but it's something that they would be doing anyway. It's an education opportunity for us to share with families what is development, what happens next, and why certain parts of, why certain things are important for children and how to help them achieve that.
The first thing they do is they help a parent figure out where to go to get the needs. For example, occupational therapy to me sounded like something that would help somebody on a career path. I didn't even realize what it was until an occupational therapist was brought into my home to assess my child and figure out why he was behaving the way he was in some cases. Early intervention provided that for me. They were able to say, I think he needs this because, and they're very patient with explaining the way services work.
The importance of early intervention cannot be overstated for children in their early years. Children with developmental delays and other special needs won't develop in the same way that a typical child would. They need some extra support. They need some extra help. And I really can't say enough about how early intervention services are responsible for encouraging my son to walk, to be able to feed and dress himself, to be able to speak, and to really give him the best foot forward for going into school and for his whole life.
We also attend a play group here, and in that play group he has been able to learn to deal with his peers and how to interact with others socially. So it's really been a good experience trying to help me and him deal with the world, considering that he has a disability.
There was a program here at the Progress Center for parents and kids, and so I came with my daughter probably every week or every 2 weeks, except in the summer. And it was really my only connection to other families with kids with special needs. And I can't tell you how much that meant to me. When you're going through the diagnosis of your child and learning what it means for their life and your life, it's an unbelievably difficult time. And to have other people to be able to talk about that with, that understand what you're going through, is incredible. To have that support and the support of the interventionists. You know, they tell you things that you would otherwise never find out, like about, tax issues and applying with Revenue Canada for a disability tax credit. something I never would have known about were it not for an early interventionist. Financial planning, therapy, obviously, as we mentioned. I only found out about the long waiting list for speech therapy through a parent here. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gotten my daughter on the list because I wouldn't have known. Find about just about little things like teeth and, how to give a child medicine when you're having problems. I mean, just all sorts of little things that other parents would never think of, but that really help out when you're struggling.
Well, I think the first thing that I think of when I think of Raquel is that she is our biggest supporter. Whenever anything happens in our life, she's right there with us if we're having bad times. Toilet training, for example, was an absolutely horrible experience, and she, helped us through that, different strategies, not only strategies for TJ to deal with things to learn, but strategies to help me cope with his disability. And I'm a single mother, so the support level has been just extraordinary coming from her and from other people at the Progress Center.
Like many kids with special needs, he has a lot of medical issues on top of his developmental delays. And it's, appointment after appointment. There might be several different appointments at the hospital in a single week. And it can be overwhelming. It can be very time consuming to try to get there. And, the early interventionists at the Progress Center are very instrumental in helping to coordinate the appointments, prioritize appointments, and to really help you remember everything that you're learning at the appointments to implement in the daily routine.
Ideally, there wouldn't be a wait time. We would help families navigate the system. So what I mean by that is understand where they want to go by creating a relationship with that family and understanding where they want to go, and we would help them get there. Sometimes it's with teams, sometimes it's finding childcare, sometimes it's just services within their own family environment. There's a service coordination piece, and I'd say that would probably be it. The other piece would be the education piece, which is helping families understand the value of play, the importance of development, the importance of inclusion and being part of the community and how to best do that, helping families be advocates for their child so that they can create teams, effective teams, and supportive teams around them, long-term goals and short-term goals. So give families those skills so that eventually they'll be able to create a team, establish a team, and maintain that team through communication and advocacy.